Big news again. Early morning on June 29th, a 5.5 magnitude quake hit Yibin, Sichuan, just 6 kilometers deep this week. The whole world has been restless. In just 7 days, Earth unleashed 6 massive quakes over magnitude 6. Venezuela suffered a 7.5 and 7.2 double strike. Japan had a 6.9 magnitude quake. Indonesia 6.0, Afghanistan 6.0. From South America to East Asia, from the Pacific to the heart of China. 4 countries, 6 quakes in 7 days. Why is the Earth throwing such a tantrum lately? And why is Sichuan always shaking? Let's look at the worst one. Evening, June 24th. It was a national holiday in Venezuela. Many were home, just past 6 p.m. The first one hit at 7.2, before people could even run outside. 39 seconds later, an even stronger 7.5 magnitude struck. Multiple buildings collapsed instantly in Caracas. This was the strongest earthquake in Venezuela in over a century. As of right now, over 1,430 people are confirmed dead, with 3,238 injured. This includes 8 Chinese citizens. Many are still trapped, they are still digging. Now look at Japan, also this week. A 6.9 magnitude quake, less energy than the 2 in Venezuela, but definitely not a small one. The result? 0 deaths. Both are earthquakes, but the casualties are worlds apart. Why? Venezuela's last major quake was in 1967, almost 60 years ago. People slowly forgot the power of earthquakes, forgot how to prepare, forgot that buildings need reinforcing. Many high-rises in Caracas were built in the 60s and 70s. The reinforced concrete has aged for decades, making them weak. When the quake hit, buildings collapsed like cardboard. Japan is different. Frequent earthquakes mean everyone learns to escape starting in grade school. Their building codes are the strictest globally, and early warning systems respond in a split second. This tells us that the death toll isn't always directly tied to the size of the earthquake itself. What's more crucial is whether a country or a city takes this issue seriously. The answer goes back 50 million years. It involves an unexpected player. India, 50 million years ago. The Indian plate, like a runaway truck, drifted steadily north, eventually slamming into the Eurasian plate. It didn't stop after the crash. Even today, it's pushing north. At about 5 centimeters a year, this speed seems incredibly slow, about the rate your fingernails grow in a year. But accumulated over tens of millions of years, it pushed the crust up to form the Tibetan Plateau. Even Mount Everest is still quietly growing taller every year. This massive force needs an outlet. As the plateau is pushed higher and higher, the excess mass gets squeezed to the east. As it moves east, it runs right into the Sichuan Basin, an old, rigid foundation that refuses to budge. One side pushes hard to the east, the other side stands perfectly still. The two forces clash day and night, tearing a massive fault line right at the border. The Longmingshan Fault Zone, the 2008 Wenchuan earthquake, happened right on this fault line. This time, the Yibin quake hit another parallel active fault line. The principle is the same. The underground force has never stopped. Simply put, Earth isn't just targeting Sichuan. It just happens to sit right where 2 major plates clash. Try this. Take a chopstick. Slowly bend it inward from both ends. It bends first, getting tighter and tighter. Energy builds up bit by bit, until it crosses the limit and snap. It breaks. An earthquake is that snap. But it's not a chopstick breaking. It's massive layers of rock underground that have been under pressure for decades or centuries. The rocks suddenly shift, and that immense energy is released, all at once. It shoots out in all directions, creating seismic waves. Here's a detail many don't know. Seismic waves come in 2 types. One is fast, moving in a push-pull motion like a spring. It feels like an up and down jolt, but it's actually less destructive. The other type is slower, violently shaking the ground side to side. This is the one that brings down buildings. Major quakes are often followed by aftershocks. They aren't new earthquakes, but the shifted rocks, slowly trying to find their balance again. Yibin's epicenter was only 6 kilometers deep. This number is critical. With the same energy, the shallower the source, the less power is lost reaching the surface, so the destruction is more concentrated. This is why Chengdu, 239 kilometers away, and Chongqing, 216 kilometers away, both clearly felt the shaking. People often confuse these two concepts, but they are vastly different. Magnitude tells you how much energy this earthquake released in total. It's the earthquake's unique ID. There is only one number globally. Intensity describes how violently a specific place is shaken. It depends on how far you are from the epicenter and local geological conditions. Close by, it could be devastating. Further away, it might just swing your chandelier. For the same earthquake, the intensity varies wildly by location. There's also something counterintuitive. For every magnitude level you go up, the energy doesn't just increase a little, it surges by about 32 times. A 7.0 is 32 times stronger than 8.0 is over 1,000 times stronger. Yibin's 5.5 and Venezuela's 7.5. Sound like a difference of just 2 digits, but the actual energy differs by over 1,000. They're not on the same scale at all. The strongest earthquake ever recorded by humans was the 1960 Chile earthquake at 9.5. The energy released equaled tens of thousands of atomic bombs detonating at once. Scientists have reviewed over a century of global data thoroughly. The conclusion surprises many. The number of major global earthquakes hasn't noticeably increased at all. On average, Earth sees about 15 quakes over 7.0 every year. Having a few in 1 week is completely within normal fluctuation ranges. So why does it feel like there are more? To be honest, the way we get information has changed. Decades ago, a 7.0 quake deep in the ocean might go largely unnoticed. Now, sensitive seismographs cover the globe. Add smartphones and the internet. Whenever any corner of the Earth shakes, the whole world sees it in minutes. It's not the Earth that's changed, it's our eyes and ears. As for whether earthquakes trigger one another, like dominoes, science hasn't found solid evidence yet. Whether quakes thousands of miles apart trigger each other, even scientists can't say for sure. So we shouldn't get carried away by those rumors. First, let's be clear. Humans still cannot accurately predict earthquakes. No one can tell you exactly when or where one will hit. If someone claims they can predict it precisely, just write them off as a scammer. But there is something that truly exists and can actually save lives. It's called earthquake early warning. Note that a warning is not a prediction. They're two different things. Seismic waves are both fast and slow. The slow, vicious waves are the ones bringing down houses. The warning system races to beat those slow, vicious waves before they arrive, using electromagnetic to sound an alarm a few seconds to tens of seconds early. Don't underestimate those few seconds. It's enough time to turn off the gas. Protect your head and get to a safe spot. China has now built a world-leading earthquake early warning network. This time in Yibin, many in Chengdu got phone alerts beforehand. Only 13 people were lightly injured. No major disasters. It wasn't luck. It was preparation. If it hits, remember, drop. Cover and hold on. When it shakes indoors, do not panic and run outside. And definitely don't cram into elevators. Quickly get under a sturdy desk. Protect your head and neck, and stay away from windows and glass. If outdoors, run to an open area. Stay far away from buildings, billboards, and power lines. Crouch and wait for it to stop. Don't rush to move once it stops shaking. Aftershocks can come at any time. Wire casualties. So vastly different for the same Venezuela, type of disaster. 1,430 dead. Japan, 0 dead. Yibin, 13 lightly injured. The answer isn't complicated. Are buildings sturdy? Is the warning fast? Do people know what to do? These 3 things decide life and death for most. When it comes to earthquakes, being prepared versus being unprepared. What really kills is never the earthquake itself, but those few seconds of panic and ignorance. Venezuela's rubble is still being cleared, and Yibin's aftershocks could strike at any time. What we can do is not fear, not wait for prophecies, but truly understand the land beneath our feet. Let scientific knowledge replace blind panic. Knowing a bit more about earthquakes gives you a better chance to survive when it counts.